Severe storms are the new norm, according to an alarming government report out today on climate change. The 1,600-page report was written by hundreds of scientists at 13 agencies and departments. It says the impacts of climate change are already being seen with more frequent and severe storms, droughts, floods, and wildfires. The report says extreme weather in the U.S. just in the past 3 years has cost nearly $400 billion. Scientists say by the end of the century, the U.S. could be up to 12 degrees warmer and the U.S. economy could be reduced by 10%.
Ja, Donald Trumps eigene Ministerien haben die Auswirkungen des Klimawandels untersucht und ihm gerade noch mal auf 1000 Seiten berichtet, dass dieser Klimawandel menschengemacht ist und die USA und ihre Wirtschaft Milliarden kosten wird. Und was sagt Trump?
Yeah, I don't believe it. No, I don't believe it.
Seit Beginn der wissenschaftlichen Wetteraufzeichnung im Jahr 1880 waren folgende Jahre die 8 wärmsten. 1998, 2005, 2009, 2010, 2013, 2014, 2015 und 2016.
I believe in building a better future for our children, which requires offering them a planet that is still habitable in 25 years.
Well, the blaring headline message is that climate change is here, it's happening, it's now. Americans are already paying for it, they're already suffering from it. It's not an abstract problem that may come on us at some time decades into the future.
Before we go any further, we need to establish a baseline for understanding. There will be climate change deniers in the comments. There always are. But these people are a very vocal minority. There is no longer any doubt that human activity has drastically affected the rate of climate change, and we have mountains of peer-reviewed evidence to prove it. If you're one of the people who believes climate change is a hoax,
It's a hoax.
just consider who would benefit from you believing that lie. Fossil fuel advocates, special interest groups, and members of the current US and foreign governments who are heavily dependent on the fossil fuel industry for donations.
My position is this: the climate is changing. The climate has always changed. The climate always will change. The question is, what is man's role?
So you think humans are causing climate change?
There has to be some anthropogenic element to it. The question is how much.
And for you, it's not necessarily the majority?
No, natural variability, in my opinion, is still the primary driver. And all of a sudden you become a sinner.
And my view actually is simple. Debates on this should follow science and should follow data. And many of the alarmists on global warming, they got a problem because the science doesn't back them up. And in particular, satellite data demonstrate for the last 17 years, there's been zero warming, none whatsoever.
There are 32 families of computer models that are used by the United Nations, each government-sponsored, and all of them are predicting far, far too much warming. The disparity between what's been predicted to happen, which looks like this, and what is happening continues to grow.